Humpday,
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 Humpday.
Humpday. Ah!
Welcome back to the Humpday Highlight Show. It's your boy Stephen A. Los. I got the man, the myth, the legend with me, my boy Dean in the building.
Yeah.
Dean, today we got a lot to talk about, my man. A lot to cover.
I'm
First
excited.
things first.
Thank you for having me on Hump Day. It's always an honor
Of course. Oh,
and a
of course,
pleasure.
of course, of course. First things first. The NFL is to form a partnership agreement with the XFL. The deal would see the XFL test out new technology, new rules, new safety measurements, and more. Basically, what they want to do is they want to make sure that they use the XFL as a guinea pig, but the XFL does not want to be the developmental league of the NFL, even though it already is. How do you feel about this, Dean?
I like it, and the reason I like it is because the NFL is going to steal the shit anyway. What I mean by that is,
And they did
when you look,
before.
exactly. Like a lot of the things that we very much enjoy about the NFL could go ahead and you got to go ahead and blow Vince McMahon off for that because
The
you took it
spider
right
cam.
from him.
The spider cam
The spider cam, the bringing reporters down on the
on the field.
sideline,
Yep.
actually talking to some coaches and even maybe potentially even getting a player or two on the sideline. All that is owed to the XFL. And then something else I'm gonna have to shout out Pat McAfee on this because I definitely got it from him because I wasn't watching the XFL the most recent season when it went under. I heard that it was fire, and then I also heard that they had like a legitimate like instant replay that could be called up from the box with like an Xbox like controller or whatever the fuck it is, and that they can easily like
the Surface Pro and shit like that. They were doing some shit like that.
So I'm very much down for it, especially when we look at how horrific and how terrible these fucking officials have been all year, or matter of fact, in the past. And now all of a sudden you got a lot of big money coming and gambling and stuff like that. You gotta get these calls and things right on the field on the fly and give something to actually assist these officials. So I'm with the shits.
But here's the thing now. So, like you said, you didn't see some of the earlier weeks of the XFL. These earlier weeks, they were not good. It was not good quality football. Not until about some of the started like maybe week 4, week 5 when we started getting good quality football. Don't get me wrong, there were some games, and I think the team that PJ Walker was on last year, they went undefeated for the most part because it was only 5 weeks or 6 weeks. But like those first 3 weeks were not good football. So how do we can we expect any increase of quality of football? Because not for nothing, the USFL league is starting up, and it's starting up in April with a 12 game schedule. So I'm confused on how the overlap's going to happen.
I think you can. And the reason why I think you can is because there's always going to be a whole bunch of individuals who are going to try to make it.
The population is
you're going to get a whole bunch of people from the Canada League. You're still going to get some people who may potentially would have went to the USFL, but maybe they want to go to XFL. I think is going to bring more exposure because obviously anything that associated with Dwayne The Rock Johnson is it's most likely going to fucking pop. So why wouldn't you want to be a part of that to get exposure to get to the big boy dance? So I do expect there to still be a similar issue in the beginning with the football being a little ugh. Yeah. But then I do think once they get that bitch rolling, we will be getting good football comparable to college football, I believe.
So, okay. Which, and I think that, like you said, I think the population is still going to be there because you have some guys who...
high-level college football to make a distinction, like SEC level and shit.
Yeah, because I think you're going to get those rejects. You're going to get
guys
any of those rejects.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, the USFL, they're coming back after, 40 years? This is before our fucking lifetime. This is 37 years ago.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And then they don't have Dwayne The Rock Johnson and that whole marketing machine that he's a part of, and then the leverage and reach that he has with the connections. We obviously, everyone, because when I saw him at the Super Bowl, I was like, that's interesting because we all know that he's like a part owner of the XFL. So it's interesting. And then he looks at everything like wrestling, looks at things like territory-wise, and he kind of understands the game of it. So I don't be surprised if a lot of those guys who are supposed to go to the USFL, depending on how the schedule everything looks, they may decide, you know what, I'll continue doing whatever I'm doing a few more months to get a shot over there.
That's the thing. You know what it is? Because it looks like they might overlap. Because if I remember last year, the XFL was in the springtime after the season. And if USFL is starting in April, granted, the overlap won't be this year.
XFL was in the springtime?
Yeah, last year it was. It was after
You're
the
right.
Super Bowl.
You're right. It was like directly after the Super Bowl. They wanted to give Vince was like, let's give you more football.
Yeah, and they made it, it was, I think it was like it started in March. But so the USFL starts in April. They had the draft yesterday. And XFL is not coming back till 2023, but we don't know when
in 2023.
Right. So these essentially could be on the same time. So not to mention last year was the first time football it was year round, but we might have year round football with 2 leagues in the springtime.
Which I wouldn't be mad at, because you know what? Down in the South,
everybody loves football, man.
Everybody loves football, but then even on this, did you know that down in the South they actually have spring football?
Yeah, that does not shock me at all.
No, but like the kids go and play other schools in the spring. Instead of like them playing, you see what I'm saying? So yeah, like it's kind of already, there's already a sector of society who's already, predisposed to it.
And I like that, because not for nothing, like I used to hate when, some of my football coaches be like, oh, go run track in the summertime or this in the summertime to get better. I'm like, no, I want to play more football. That's how I get better. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you, and then I don't agree with you to an extent. What I mean by that is that I definitely believe that there is a credit to high school kids.
Oh yeah,
growing up, like middle school kids growing up playing different sports. Like
there is.
If me, if this household decides to have kids or whatever, it's gonna be like multiple sports for kid. Like I don't want you being a specialist, because you don't know where you're going to end up. And then regardless, wherever you end up, that overall athleticism is going to be able to help you. Like,
right.
I wish I understood it more myself growing up, but I probably would have played linebacker on defense if I did understand, like, oh, I can do this, but, playing, because doing what I did in lacrosse and wrestling, I was like, oh, I'm such an asshole, but definitely won't, if I have kids, they won't make that mistake if they do take the sports route.
And I also think that helps too, because now that I'm thinking about it, like, okay, yeah, like I didn't take track as serious as I need to, but it helped me with my mechanics in terms of like running and learning how to run, because a lot of athletes don't know how to run.
Yes, it's those little, that's what I mean. And those small sports start to come together, like you being able, like you being a linebacker, but then you also were a wide receiver. You also, I believe in high school, didn't you go and play safety a little bit? Not corner.
I played a lot of safety.
You see what I'm saying? So you being able to basically bounce all over the field, being in those positions, then knowing how to breathe when you run directly translate to you being a better athlete in football. I'm not saying that you wouldn't have learned it in football, but maybe you didn't. But in track, you had to.
Right,
you had to learn how to run.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably
in football, that's like extracurricular. And track, that's 100%. Like a necessity. Like,
yes. They all start to blend in together. Like, I think the reason that I was such a good offensive lineman is because I played defense. Well, wrestling, but then also defense in lacrosse.
Yeah,
I used to have to chase around these fast bastards going all over the place, and effectively you couldn't get in front. You couldn't get by me. So there were a lot of things like, my movement, my lateral movement definitely helped. And then even my cardio shit like that was able to directly reflect onto that football field. But I have a question for you. I know this is
okay.
Humpday highlight show. I know this is the Low Sports Show. Excuse me, the Low Sports Show used to be Low Sports Show, but you motherfuckers know what I want. I'll tell you this on camera. I've actually wanted this to stay as a Low Sports Show. He decided to change it for you people. Fuck off. But
it's not about me, man. It's not about me. One day I won't be here. Maybe you can host the highlight show. So that's what I wanted.
The football segment. Yeah, I get you, but fuck off. Still could have been the Low Sports Show. But so like, look, Wendy had how many different guests? Like, but now, what are your thoughts on this whole quarterback situation within the NFL going on? Like, you have a few, like listen to me, and anybody who listens to the Pat McAfee show, this is like something I've heard them speak about. So I want to bring this question to you, because this is some kind of good shit.
Okay, shout out to Pat.
Now, Peyton Manning leaves the Colts.
Okay,
goes and wins the Super Bowl with the Broncos next year.
Yep.
Tom Brady leaves the Pats, gets pushed out of the Pats, goes ahead and wins the Super Bowl, gets keys to the city. Matthew fucking Stafford leaves Detroit, goes ahead, to motherfucking LA, wins a Super Bowl. Tom almost continued to go there, but they had some bad injuries and shit like that. Who knows how that tapers out? But either way, you still have two people leaving
If
the
AB
squad
stays, they would have won the Super Bowl.
going to win the Super Bowl, right? Now, when you look at people like Russell Wilson, right? When you look at a quarterback even now like Jimmy Garoppolo, right?
Yeah.
Because we have this is a very lean quarterback draft coming in.
Oh, it's terrible.
And there's not many savages on the market.
No.
But there are a few people who may potentially want to flex out of their contract or maybe request a trade depending on what the team does, i.e. Aaron Rodgers. I know how he was sounding today, but that's a lot of cap space that Green Bay has to make up. They're going to have to do some gymnastics even with trying to keep Aaron. What happens in this whole thing? Like, what do you see as the next move? And then even regardless of the quarterbacks, what do you see as this ripple effect going on in the league with other skill players, linemen, with everyone looking like, yo, we can do something different?
All right, so
mini NBA.
I'll answer the latter first. I think that the other players can't really do anything unless they're top in their position. The number 20th wide receiver can't really call out.
We're not talking about those guys. We know that.
Okay.
We're not talking about those guys. We're talking about guys who are impactful, top 10, maybe even top 15.
But even
guys.
Then, okay, so a top 10 wide receiver, are they more important than a top 5 quarterback? We see like the NFL has deemed the quarterback the most important position, right? That and the left tackle. But so it seems like we put so much value in the quarterback. Yes.
So, because here's the thing. You get that quarterback, you build around that quarterback, depending on who that quarterback is, because we know the NFL is such a quarterback-driven league. All I'm trying to say is somebody like Aaron Rodgers, somebody like Russell Wilson, right? When you have people who definitely want to get a quarterback, i.e., let's look at Indianapolis for a second, right? They got $42 million in cap space, but then you got this fucking schmuck as in fucking Carson Wentz. We get rid of Carson.
You got this schmuck in the fucking owner box, Jim Irsay.
Come on, brother. That wasn't even necessary, brother.
Yeah, continue. You know what I mean.
Leave Jim alone. But all I'm saying, but because you can't blame Jim for this one. He built a hell of a team. Just Carson Wentz is a fuckboy. But
the team wasn't that good.
What happened? Who the team?
The team wasn't that good. Defense is lights out.
They have 7 Pro Bowlers. You can't say the team is not. All I'm trying to state is that they have the talent. They definitely, that is a team who you can see go on a run and see actually do the damn thing.
They have the right Wentz in the front.
No, but that's my point.
Okay,
you get rid of somebody like Wentz. You get all the other quarterbacks who are. It would be drastic, but then also too, it's like, do you just say fuck it and do it and pay whatever you have to do just to get that fucking Super Bowl? Yeah. Because when you look at these other quarterbacks, they're looking like, oh, we can go to a ready-made team and do this damn thing, then even run it back. Like Tom could have ran it back.
And I see what you're saying. And to that point, I would say that it is shifting the terms of the win now window. A lot of teams they're kind of holding on to those win now windows because they could get somebody like a Tom or Aaron Rodgers or Russell, somebody you could win now. You know what I'm saying? Even like some of these guys, like look how Phillip Rivers went to the Colts, took them to the playoffs last year. I mean, 2 years ago now. But it's like, I think that teams are going to extend those windows instead of being so gung-ho to blow it up and start rebuilding. I think they're trying to hold on to that and see if they can get somebody in the market. It depends though, because you got to think of free agents and stuff like that. But I also think that teams who are trying to ship these quarterbacks, I think they have to be more lenient in terms of what they want in terms of trade.
Here's a perfect example, right? The New York Giants defense wasn't that terrible, right? They were put in a whole bunch of bad situations, which led to what a lot of that was, right?
Right.
Imagine if the New York Giants get someone like Russell Wilson, they add like a few pieces to the offensive line, they get him a weapon, or even if it was weapons that he had last year. Imagine what happens.
But
you see what I mean? Like, but that's what I mean. Like, and then
I agree with you. And I agree.
When you look at the Giants, fuck them picks. We have 2 first-round picks, but we can say no on some real shit.
What are you, the Rams GM?
No. All jokes aside, on some real shit, let's sit here and talk about it, right? You fucking ship those 2 picks out there. You get sure ready fire guys. You also see that there have been some badasses coming with on this offensive line free agency market. You know what I'm saying? You got Armstead down there. On the Saints, he's up for as a free market. Excuse me, on the free agency market, he's a savage. He's injury prone. We'll look at him. Fucking goddamn Tunsil. If we can get Tunsil, that could be game changer. You start looking at the goddamn center from the fucking Rams, Allen. He's but we can start looking at it just potentially whatever you want to do. You start building pieces together and you start adding a few different pieces here and there. Now you got, you have something you went all in on, but has been proven within the NFL recently, time and time again, that can fucking work. You get a guy, you build properly around that guy, you can do the fucking damn thing.
Yeah, but that's, you know what it is though? I think that sometimes people don't build the right way, because not for nothing. Like, for me, it's quarterback, offensive line, skills. I think what players and teams kind of get mixed up is they go skills then linemen. You know what I'm saying? Which could, if you see, look at the Bengals.
O and D lineman, we should say. O and D lineman.
But most are O lineman. I want to protect my quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I want to get after the passer. But he
is the investment. You're right.
You know what I'm
saying?
That is
the investment. You're right.
But like, not for nothing, you see the Bengals, right? They get Joey B, right, and then they go get Chase. Genius in doing that because they already have the chemistry and whatnot.
Right.
But you see, they couldn't. They miraculously that run took them to the Super Bowl. But what kept them? What was their demise ultimately? The offensive line.
You're right. You
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, if you have if you get a better offensive line, maybe you don't draft Chase. Maybe who knows if you even get to the playoffs. But also, Joey B doesn't get hurt. What could happen?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that, and even in New York, Danny Dimes, if you really draft some guy to protect him, we don't really know how good he is because he's not being, we don't really know how good he is because he's not being like really supported with the cast that he needs. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem, is that we're so quick. Even Sam Darnold, we're so quick to put up mediocre talent around these guys and expect them to do wonders. And it's like, you're not even protecting them. You're not even giving them the tools to really be great. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I'm with you on that. And there is no shout out to Scotty on that. If Scotty's watching, he'll know what we were just doing there. Even the people will know tomorrow.
And but even to Matthew Stafford, because like you said, he left the Lions and went to, besides Megatron, who was he thrown to?
Who did he have? You're right.
And not for nothing, who did he have? What protection did he have? The defensive line, besides suing them and Brockers for those couple of years, who was really, who was really stopping him? And not for nothing, you have fucking Russell Wilson. No, not Russell Wilson. You have Aaron Rodgers in your divisions. You're playing them twice a year, sometimes 3, if you make it to the playoffs. So it's like how much, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of different things. And then he leaves to LA. And it makes sense because the super team's already stacked. So most of these times when people, and another thing too, and I'll move on from this, but most of these times where we see these situations like this, where it's like a quarterback who's still in his prime but not as good as he used to be, is that these GMs on the existing teams give up on them.
Who are you saying that? So who you saying is past their prime?
I'm saying, but not past their prime, but I'm saying like they're in their prime, but it's like, it's not Aaron Rodgers now is not like, 2012 or Aaron Rodgers. He's still great.
I'm sorry. It's not. Did he not just win the MVP?
He did, but he didn't win a Super Bowl since 2012.
You're right, but did he not just go back to back MVP wins?
That's great.
No. Hold on. But let's have a couple, because when you say that, look at that offensive line. You did not have a healthy offensive line the whole fucking year. Matter of fact, the Green Bay Packers themselves were not healthy the whole year.
That's not my point.
And we also hold on. No, it has to be, because you look at the special teams was a fucking failure as well the whole damn year. So saying that, Aaron Rodgers, isn't the guy from 2012. He didn't win a Super Bowl this year. I'll be damned if they had a better special teams. Who fucking knows? Literally, just I'm not even saying everybody. Just who knows if they have a better special teams, because Aaron Rodgers is still playing lights out. He is still one of the guys.
And let me reframe what I was trying to say. I didn't mean past their prime. I'm just saying like these guys are they're in the win now. That's what I'm saying.
I hear you.
The win now
He's got to do
window.
it. Yeah, it's
like they don't have all, so that's what I'm saying, the tail end of their prime, because they're still playing pretty well, but who knows for how long. So but I think that sometimes in these situations the GMs and organizations give up on these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Rightfully so, though, in certain regards.
I mean, should Jim Irsay really count against Peyton Manning when he got the neck surgery?
Well, yeah, like, look how old he was, his fucking neck surgery. Like, the shit's looking crazy. Like, what else was he supposed to do?
Next year he comes out.
I got this guy can get Andrew Luck. Like, what am I doing?
Okay, but what did you earn? But here's the thing. If you had, let's say you just gave Peyton, this is your guy. Peyton won you a Super Bowl already. You know, I'm like, listen, I know you got a neck injury. I don't know if you're gonna be sure or not, but let's put my hope in you one more time as my franchise guy. Who knows what could happen? You trade him, you get Andrew Luck. What did that come about? And I know you don't have the foresight to look all the way, 5-6 years in advance, but like
that wasn't a bad pick when it first happened.
It wasn't. It was a genius pick because the play was the pick was so good that it almost
fucking break down and be like, I'm done with football.
Right. We didn't know that, but it's also look at the product. You only got one guy blocking for him. I mean,
yeah, but then they eventually ended up getting guys. So I'm just saying, Andrew Luck staying. That now we have a different conversation about the Colts, but in regards to Peyton Manning, it's like, yo, listen, that Colts offensive line wasn't that good at the time. Mm-hmm. Can he stand up to the hits while we have to basically like kind of rebuild this whole thing again? Ugh.
And Peyton's a guy where he would just fall when somebody, he would just fall. He wouldn't even try to run. He would just dive.
But then but then how many times can we do it? Like it gets wild.
Yeah. All right. So so I got some things to show you now since we got that out the way.
Sure.
So I got some highlights here of the highlight portion of the show to show you.
Okay.
Let's start. Let's start with this nasty one right here, bro. This one's nasty. This is a knockout, but this is like some cheap shit. This is also like some shit I used to do in college. All right, hold on here. This seems like some shit that I used to do when, niggas was talking slick in college. You do some shit. You do some shit like this. Hold up.
See what's going on.
Look at this. Sweep, bang. Real quick. Kick of the leg, knee right to the face.
Ooh, who was fighting?
I don't know. That little kick out. Look at this little kick. Boop, bang. You know that knee could have killed him, right?
Completely could have killed him. Completely could have killed him. And then guess what? The guy who got knocked out is also a savage, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, crazy.
Bang. That knee. That whole nose bridge, this whole shit.
Out.
His whole shit is gone. All right. So I got another one for you.
Okay.
This isn't a clip, but this is definitely something interesting. Hockey player. This guy's got to be stupid. Hockey player Evander Kane is facing serious trouble after his wife told the NHL that he'd been placing bets on his own game and intentionally tanking for gambling profits.
Who did he tell this to?
He told this to his wife, which his wife told NHL.
Hold on. Okay. We know that he's wrong. I'm not even going to get into why he's wrong, how terrible it is. We all know that. Whatever. But the fact that his wife didn't hold him down, she's a fucking terrible person.
Yeah, facts.
The same way he's a terrible person. But come on, son. All he was doing was fucking bullshitting on some games, whatever. I know it was fucking people's livelihoods. Whatever the case may be, I'm not here to judge him on that.
He's essentially Pete Rosing.
He was being a piece of shit in that regard. But why would you go snitch on him?
What made her so mad? And not for nothing, she could have been capitalizing on the earnings because
why are you snitching, bitch?
If I put down $5,000 for me to not score a goal and I don't score a goal and I come up, shut the fuck up and enjoy the show, bitch.
But then also too, as my grandfather said, if you ever want to commit a crime and make sure that no one tells on you, do it by your goddamn self. Don't do it with your brothers. Don't do it with your friends. Don't do it with your cousins. Do it nobody. You do it by your damn self.
It's
because
true.
no one's going to tell on you.
You're not going to tell on yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly, because you're not going to tell on yourself. So
yeah,
he's a fucking idiot.
I mean, granted, and I
That's
know
wild, man.
This doesn't matter, but I just want to put it into perspective. He is a light-skinned brother, and she is a white female.
A light-skinned brother was playing hockey?
Yep.
I'll leave it there.
No, not for nothing. We got a lot of brothers in hockey now.
Yeah, but he wasn't she wasn't putting on, like, first of all, get yourself a sister if you're gonna do some shit like that. Said what I said.
They're liable to snitch too, but less likely.
Less likely. Matter of fact, how about this? How about you vet whoever the fuck it is before you start doing shit like that?
I mean, yeah, but what are you gonna say? Hey, I'm about to do some illegal shit with NHL. You cool?
No, but you know who you're with. Like, for instance, like, I know who the fuck I'm with. Like, I know that, like, at the end of the day, if I came back on whatever, like, it's gonna be whatever. It's like, all right, okay, all right. Like, we'll have conversation in the house about how I'm not shit or whatever, but you know what I mean? At least it's a united fucking front. He ain't gonna be, I'm not worried about him stabbing me in the back.
Right.
He's gonna tell me who's gonna stab me in the back. Like, look for so-and-so. Okay.
So sometimes people just got nothing to do, right? People just be bored as fuck.
That's what they say.
Look at this stupid, dumb shit that these niggas is doing.
Ooh, so hot in my house. Let me see.
Look at this. Look at this shit here. So he just dipped that shit in kerosene. He's got a nice
Are these guys Russian? Oh no, this is Florida. No,
yeah.
No, this isn't Florida. No, this isn't Florida.
No, it's not Florida. Look at this shit here.
This has to be fucking Russia. This is some Russian shit.
Look at this dumb nigga shit.
This is why they want to go invade
fucking
Ukraine.
Debris almost hit him.
Because they do shit like this for fun. That's why they're gonna go ahead and invade the Ukraine. And watch me find out they're not even Russian. Yo, play it. I need to hear the voice.
Пацаны,
I fucking knew it!
Давай, родные, ебать,
I fucking knew it!
Ну что, народ, погнали!
Exactly. That's why these motherfuckers invaded Ukraine. They ain't got nothing else to fucking do. These motherfuckers in the middle of nowhere with a whole bunch of fucking snow. All they know is violence, destruction, and mayhem. That's what I said.
What the fuck?
And I'm talking about the fucking motherfuckers over there being led by Putin. I don't want to hear you motherfuckers talking about we were Russian America. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about those motherfuckers. Fuck out of here. I said what I said.
What the fuck, dude?
Exactly. They got nothing else to do. These motherfuckers, they domesticate tigers and shit. These niggas are not fucking normal. Like, come on, son. Anybody lives with a tiger or a bear and it's cool, like you don't even need a permit to do it. Shit's wild.
It's true.
Wow.
So speaking of wild, look at this shit. It's called foot volley.
Okay.
Look at this shit. Impressive.
Aesthetically, it's not as impressive as volleyball.
Nah, it's not. But it's kind of crazy because you know, look though. Shorty about to do the whole Pele right here. Bang. Bang.
Boom. Come on, finish him off. Gangster. That's very enjoyable. Very enjoyable.
Yeah.
I like it.
Imagine watching a whole game of that.
Very enjoyable. Yeah.
A whole game and like 3 sets. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 sets is one game.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so
this probably has to be my last one before I have to get on out of here.
Okay. All right, let me get a good one then. Let's see here. All right. So, you know, we went to college and we had some rowdy games, right?
Yeah.
And when a team
basketball games were always lit. They were like,
yes,
like basketball, soccer games, and the water polo games, fucking lit. Yeah, I played football. We fucking sucked donkey. Well, we didn't suck. You just like we fucking lost all the time. So, but a lot of those games were close. That's what like our fans would leave like these niggas did it again to us. Like I don't know who we were. The Dolphins.
Shit, I know, I did.
We were the Dolphins. Like I thought these niggas were gonna win, but of course they.
One time I went to a homecoming game. And this is after I stopped playing, obviously. And I'm on
the niggas fence. Beat Ithaca. I was so happy.
And I'm on the fence, right by the bleachers, right before the bleachers, like field level.
Sure.
And one of our buddies throws a beer from over the stadium,
right?
from the hill on top of the stadium, from top
You
of the
caught it?
bleachers. I caught that shit with one hand on the fence.
Did Campo say anything?
Hell no, they didn't say. They didn't even see it. It was so slick.
Amazing.
And that was probably it should have been on SportsCenter, but that was probably the highlight of that game because I don't remember what the fuck happened. And a lot of people around me
after you graduated. So yeah.
No, it was my senior year.
Oh no, they beat Ithaca that year. That shit was lit.
No, I'm not talking about the year. I'm talking about the game itself. It wasn't really that fun.
That's what I'm saying. Your senior year. Well, shit. Now I was into it because I remember they beat fucking Ithaca. I was like, let's fucking go.
Actually, no, it was my senior. It was my junior year. My junior year.
Yeah, that's when we fucking lost. Makes sense because we lost by a fucking field goal. Hey, Max, thank you.
Anywho, so when we go to these games,
niggas
right,
got one job.
It gets rowdy. It gets rowdy in these games, right? And you'll do whatever it takes to make sure these niggas miss. Like Max missing that field goal. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfucker.
Take a look at this though. At any cost, right? At any cost, whatever it takes. Look at this. Look at my man. He's laughing. He's like, I can't even take this nigga serious. Look at these big niggas. If you at the free throw line, a nigga jiggling his titties behind, how do you feel?
Like, yo, where's the dean of fucking students?
Who cares? It worked.
Where's the dean of students? That's what I'm saying. Look at this nigga.
Look.
I can't live
at that point right there. He lost.
That is some of the fucking craziest shit I ever.
At that point, he lost because he laughed. It was already in his head. He laughed. It was already in his head. So
yeah, well, fucking, what are you gonna do? He's fucking jiggling his titty. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, nigga, if you stand up and you got rolls, I'll leave it at that. Yo, listen, this has been a motherfucking pleasure for me personally. To come on the Humpday Holla is always fucking fun to come on here, talk some bullshit with you, shit like that. Hump day. I got some very important shit to do, so I gotta get the fuck up out of here. But peace, love, and motherfucking chicken, y'all. Lowe's gonna take you on all the way on in. You wanna know why? Because this is finally gonna be what the fuck I've always wanted it to be. This is about to be a one-man show up in this bitch. Peace.
Thanks, Dean. Thanks for joining.
It's always a pleasure, brother.
Always a pleasure to have my main Dean in the building. Yeah, so
King.
You know, like Dean said, man, you know, he's leaving me, so I'll finish the rest of it by myself here. So we got some important things too. Take a look at this, right? So I never, you know, some people know motocross and sports and supercross and shit like that, but I've never seen a dirt bike contest like this. Is like wacky races. I don't know if y'all remember, some of y'all early 90s babies remember wacky races on Boomerang. This shit gave me wacky races feel. Look at this shit. You see this? My man is in a porta potty. This nigga's got a sidecar. What in the fuck is going on? The nigga's really driving in a porta potty. Santa is on a motorcycle. Like, there's a whole bunch of shit going on in here. Who is this nigga on the bike? What is that? There's too much going on there, man. There's too much going on. There's too much going on here. All right. Let's see. I got a couple more to show you before I really Nah. Let's get into that motherfucking straight into it. That's what I really want to do. All right, so this one right here is an action-packed snobber knocker, right? This is old footage, so y'all can't come at me with the old footage. But when I tell you this shit is fire, this shit is fire. This is fucking, like I said, bare knuckle boxing, bare knuckle beats. This is country versus country, and niggas gonna get the shaking. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm here for, because I want to see the boxing. And when I mean boxing, I don't mean actually boxing. I mean like fisticuffs. So like anything goes in here, like feet, submissions, knockout, all types of shit. So let's take a look at this. We got motherfucking Poland versus whoever. Let's check this out. These Polish niggas look like they know how to throw hands. They look big too. Who's dimming the lights like this?
And please meet the second team for the final
these
fight
niggas look.
is
What the fuck? These niggas just fought?
Moscow, Russia.
Oh, they got Poland versus Russians. Oh, this gonna get. What's wrong with him? Nah, they ain't gonna. Nah. Let me tell you something. Y'all put y'all money down on the comments below to see who you got winning in this one. But not for nothing. These Polish dudes look huge, and these Russian dudes do not look that big. Granted, size and everything, but it's a lot of David versus Goliaths here. And this dude in the front right here with the little red shorts, it looked like he just got into a fight. Oh, it must have been because everybody's bloody. So this is the final fight. It must have been like a tournament that day. All right. Makes sense. I just want to see him brawl, though. They don't got enough.
And before we start, we want to thank a special thank you.
All right, yeah.
And now over to the judge.
Shake hands.
Son, the short Russian dude, somebody gonna get him out early.
About rules. Don't contact with eyes. Don't contact with head and apple. And
so what they saying, for some of y'all don't know, I think they can't eye gouge, no contact to the Adam's apple. I ain't hear nothing about the cup or headbutts or anything or back of the head.
don't bite him.
Oh. So anything goes here is what we're saying. Is that what we're saying? Anything goes? Let's see Tubby here. Look at my man. He wincing already. Moscow versus Poland. I'm taking the Polish on this one. Oh, he tried to jump. Look at this dumbass. He tried to jump. Oh, he scooped him. Oh, that little nigga scooped. Oh, yeah, he's out. He's gonna bare naked him. Oh, yes, he's too big. He's too big. They too big. They're too big. They're too big for him right now. Yo, this shit is lit. This shit is really lit. Little man came up there and scooped him. I did not see that coming. Niggas probably get tired of this shit quick. Look, he's got him. That's rear naked. Not him. Oh, good flip. Oh, he's stomping him out. Stomping a mud hole on him. This is like UFC all in one at one time. That's a rear neck. How is he still up? There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on here. My thing is, who set up this ring? This is like Kimbo Slice presents. You know, shout out to Kimbo Slice, RP the legend. This is like Kimbo Slice presents, man. They got a whole bunch of Ford Explorer tires, and then they got ropes. And the ropes don't even look taut. My man almost fell through them shits. It's a damn shame. You know what I'm saying? Oh, fiending them out. Elbows. Dirty elbows. Dirty elbows. This Polish team, look like they whooping ass on all spectrum. Russia ain't fucking with them. Oh my God. Yeah, it's looking crazy for Russia right now. Granted, some of their best fighters are probably getting ready for any kind of infiltration or anything they got going on or planned. So maybe the best fighters are actually in the army. These are pretty badass for some civilians. My man, this dude right here, little man with the little leggings, I can't get over enough. He really picked Son up. I thought he was going to get the shit kicked out of him. He picked him up and slammed him. geeked. Yeah, now he's getting. Oh my God, bro, he's been in the chokehold for how long? Oh yeah. Oh, he's bleeding already. It's over. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, he's out. He's out. See ya. Drop out. GD. Now he about to get jumped. Somebody's about to get jumped now. Watch somebody get jumped now. Get feet out. Oh, my son is son is really knocked out. He's really dude in the back. Oh my God. He's in the recovery position. Somebody really go. Oh my God. Them hammer fists really did it to him. Them hammer fists really did it to old boy. Damn. Yeah, he's out too. He had one good highlight. Oh, they feeding him out. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at this man. Look, he trying to break the guard. Yeah, it's over. It's over. Oh my God. Niggas getting dragged. Oh my God. Russia didn't know what hit him. My son's still down. Mommy. Damn. Damn. Got these Russians doing shit like this. That's crazy. That's crazy. Bro. We're going to keep going with these. I like these. I like seeing niggas get slammed in their neck. That was crazy, bro. Holy shit. Wow. All right, man. That's a great way to leave it off. Thank you, my guest Dean, for coming. It's been another jam-packed Hump Day highlight show. I appreciate everybody listening. Like, share, subscribe to all of the BTB content. We love y'all. Peace, love, and chicken, man. We out of here. Yow!